And this is kind of a last second stream, but I'll show you behind me. So right here is a contraption I made for myself. Uses two PlayStation 2s, and you system link them together, and then you can play a Lightgun game. So I figure because my 60-in-1 is having some issues, the joystick is being a piece of shit on it. So I'm going to take that out of the rotation for now. And then on my other side of Miss Pac-Man is my Outrun, which is not in frame right now, but that I might take off the row here just because I've been having issues with that too. But right now I'm going to be just working on screwing in the bits and pieces and finishing up this cabinet, so it might be a bit of me walking around and grabbing some PlayStations and putting them in here. But this is a custom cab I started building at our apartment, and the latest version of it has a control panel kind of thing on top where you could set joysticks and all sorts of stuff on top of it, but I haven't drilled holes in it. And then the PlayStations go right in the control panel, right underneath the TVs here. But I'm trying to simplify it a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work on this. And, oh, made it last. Hi. Good to see you. I was actually thinking about you the other day. I was going to do a live stream. But yeah, glad to hear from you. But yeah, this week I'm just catching up on some arcade stuff around here. I'm just trying to fix up some of the games and keep things working around here. So I pushed a bunch of cabs over. So I pushed over Capcom Bowling and my Arkanoid, and then shoved this, I don't know, kind of looks like a piece of shit right now, but it looks decent. I had a custom marquee built for it. I have a bezel I made for around the TVs. Yeah. So May to last, what do you have going on for projects? Don't mind me as I start getting things figured out over here. Oh, this sucks. I wish I was skinnier. I could squeeze through there and get the plugs all figured out. Alrighty. Alright, grab a bunch of screws and shit. Alright, there's my bottom piece. So I gotta reposition the TVs. I was replacing leaf switching buttons on my Space Invaders. Oh, do you have a 78 Space Invaders like mine, like the Taito one? Or which model do you have? Is it a cabaret or a full size? It's always cool to see what people have, but the most common one I've seen is like the Midway one, like I have. Okay. Full-size deluxe. Oh, deluxe Space Invaders. Nice. I like that one. That's a cool one. I like the planet better on that one. But, I don't know. I think I like the blue cabinet a little bit better on the 78 Space Invaders. I don't know. Still trying to make my mind up on that. Okay. Try not to be too clumsy with this shit. This is my own design, so it's not perfect, but it's something I enjoy. I enjoy designing things and oh shit, that screws. I don't wanna break the cabinet. I think I'll use these little, those little shitty screws. Those are a little too short. Made to last, how long have you had your Space Invaders for? Where the fuck's my drill? There it is. Oh fuck, I'm splitting the wood. God damn it. Of course I split the wood on that. Whatever. Fuck that. Alright. Plan is the new leaf switch are thicker than the original. I'm trying to find the correct length and thread becoming a pain in the ass. Got it past summer. Yeah. So my Space Invaders is I'm going to turn this, is right there, and I got this, I think, yeah, I think I got this last summer. My friend owns an arcade. He had this extra Space Invaders shell with the glass and everything, and pretty much an empty cabinet, dead monitor. So I'm just running a computer in it right now. Nothing fancy, just a Pentium 4. So, yeah, not very impressive, but I have it running a ZSNES, which has the background like emulated into the picture. But I'm trying to find some people that have CRT computer monitors. It's not going to be the right size exactly, but I can mount it in the bottom and then use VGA to a 60-in-1 and then use the original blacklight and the background in the back of the Space Invaders. So that's the route I want to go, because the original electronics are just such a pain in the ass with all the different edge connectors, and I've had Space Invaders before this, so this is my second Space Invaders cabinet. But I kind of want a modern solution and kind of use modern ROMs and stuff, and then use the old school backgrounds and black lights to make it look like the original, but have it more reliable. So I'm trying to figure out exactly how to do this on a budget, since I don't have a job right now and I'm really poor. So it's just, trying to make things work with what I have. Yeah, hey, that works. Yeah, it works. That's the nice part is, sometimes I can get things to work, will it be the fanciest? No, but right now it has this really crappy LCD monitor in it that is absolutely awful. I'm looking for the top piece because I built this in two separate pieces. Oh yeah, put behind the camera. Alright. So here's the other trim piece that I made. But yeah, Spencer, don't ruin the surprise of what this is, because this is just get the right pieces. Okay. Hopefully this wood doesn't split. So I don't know how much this is on camera, but this encloses the modders, so it looks more, professional. It's still pieces of wood. It's not molded plastic or anything, but this is going to be. So there's one side. This tip wasn't so. If this tip wasn't so big, pre-drill so it doesn't split. Have you seen the cost of the backgrounds? Holy shit, they are expensive. Oh, are you talking about the big part that wraps around on the Space Invaders that goes in the background? Mine is in really rough shape, but I'm not replacing it. I think just use what I have. Oh, there we go. Got some shorter screws. I just don't want to bang into, or just the moon, yeah. And even my moon has a crack in it, and God, I am not spending any more money on Space Invaders. I love it, but I'm gonna just use budget parts to get it finished. My Raiden 2, I just had to repair the board. That was $220. I'm still paying my partner off for that one, and I really appreciate that we got that one fixed. But, God. And then Outrun, I've been trying to sell. No luck. They're getting harder to find. And then I gotta get the board repaired for sound again. Unless the person buying it wants to deal with that, but yeah, I have no clue. Oh my goodness, I should have screwed this in before I move this cabinet in place here. Fuck. I think I'm gonna move this back a little bit so I don't bang up the paint on this one. Good enough. Yeah, so I have the sides pre-drilled on these already. It's just getting them to match up is the fun part. Remake your own background. Oh, you could probably do that with, if you're a good artist, if you have spray paint and, use some plexi or something. You could create your own. That would look really cool. Maybe a stencil or something. That is an idea. I hope that your recreation of the background turns out, and I'd actually love to see that. Okay, screw's too short. Okay. Why the fuck did I do that? Fuck, that's hot. I wish I was artistic. And I don't even know if I would say I'm artistic. I can do I have an eye for certain things, but can I execute things? Not so much, not all the time. Try to send you a pic when I get done with it. Yeah, made to last. I don't know if you're subscribed to me, but I'll try to find you afterwards on here so then I can subscribe to you so then I can keep in contact with you a little bit better. Otherwise, I do have, I'm trying to think of other social media that I have. I don't have a Facebook, but, maybe there's another way that you and I can connect after this. I'm trying to find more screws. And I think I put the screws I had in the side here originally, I put those in the bottom of this. I don't want to take this whole goddamn thing apart just to... That's in place. Well, being a perfectionistic person it's not terrible. Okay. Alright, got that in place. Alrighty. But I think I'm artistic enough, but I wouldn't say that I'm a pro. My old roommate, I think she's much better at it. I had her look at the Space Invaders background, and she did it on a whiteboard, markered it, took a couple hours and did it. It was really pretty. But my art is pretty much just doing stupid shit like this, like putting tin foil on my ceiling, and then in the background behind here is like, it's just, the wall is painted like kind of a grayish black color with outlines of asteroids that I just kind of free-handed. So that's just, two colors, whereas like planning out a whole painting or something like that, I am not talented as some of my other friends doing stuff like that, but I've done like stencils and stuff like that. I did Sega Dreamcast stencils and all sorts of stuff. Maybe more like OCD. Yeah. Being a perfectionistic person is a pain in the ass. I agree. I completely agree because, especially when I was a kid, I was a lot more perfectionistic with things. But I'm kind of happy that I'm not as much. Oh, jeez. Why is this pack so tippy? Damn it, right on its cord or something. I don't know if I have nice light levelers on this thing. I don't think I have them on there. Okay, so that's going to have to be how it is. Go grab some PlayStations. Get this game working. Alright, so figure out how I'm going to do this. Okay. So I made these little mounts to bump the PlayStation up so it doesn't fall off. Now I gotta plug it into the splitter since I can't get to the back of the TV the way it is, and so I can reconnect and disconnect and figure out all this like wiring and shit. So it just simplified it. It had too much wiring in the cabinet the way I had it before. So, video one. Alright. Yellow, white, reds, all plugged in. Hide the wire. Set the cabinet. And the power cord. Where the fuck am I gonna run this up? This was great planning on my part. Again, I'm just gonna unplug from the back. Oh, Futurama, nice. Oh, the foil on the ceiling is more of a effect to kind of use with the black light that I have down here. So I have these glowy pieces of paper up there that when you use a black light, it looks really cool. So, and then also the strip lighting I have, it kind of glows nicely off of the foil. It makes it brighter down here. So, good question. Where the fuck is power cable? I can figure out how to get that. I'm gonna put a surge protector up top, and I just banged in my marquee again. Shit. Well, if there's anybody new in the chat, welcome. I'm Matt, and I'm dicking around with my arcade. Love working on stuff. This is a custom build, so not the neatest built cabinet, but this has been a project over the past couple of years, and I really enjoy building things and designing things. So, all right. One of the PlayStations is hooked up. Can't remember the stuff kind of the installation of sound bending. Ooh, somebody said something about ribs. Oh, so yeah, Spencer, you still have to make me your ribs. Oh my god. I love some good ribs. Jeez, I almost fell backwards. Oh. Just get this up here. Fuck. Okay. At least I didn't knock over all my coins. Alright, here's my other set of video cables. PlayStation 2. Just untangling some wires. I gotta plug in the PlayStation 2, but looks like we got a couple people in here. Oh, yeah, ribs would be great. I don't know what Marie is making for the wedding, but I'm really looking forward to having some yummy food. Okay. Shit, and I plugged in the wrong cable because I needed that for the slim PlayStation 2 because that's one of those kind of ends, isn't it? Yeah, shit. So here's the difference between if you have a PlayStation 2 Slim and a big one. The Slim has one of these power adapters. The Japanese one and the American one are very similar, just the writing on the back's a little different. But what you need to know is you need one of these ends that is rounded on both sides to fit into this piece. Whereas on the back of a thicker PlayStation 2, you use this where it's squared off on one end. You can use a rounded one, but this, make sure that your polarities are going the correct way. So I don't know if it really matters, but that's what was stock, with it. So I gotta run this shit through here. And this is why I hate my design. I don't have enough holes to run the cords through the way I want. Just fucking go through that. Can't really step on this because I'm gonna bust the lights out. Black char on the ribs. My dad likes to make ribs with apple wood. I really like how his turn out, but they take a long time to do, so he doesn't make ribs very often. I really should have put the bezel on last. That would make this so much easier to see what the hell I'm doing. Okay. Now it's going through to the bottom. Oh my goodness. Sorry if the cabling ain't shit. Built this cabinet, oh my god, it's been a while. I think 2017 I started working on this. Because this was at our apartment, we moved here. And then just been working on, I forgot which summer it was, if it was beginning of the pandemic that we started doing the paint job on this or what. Blind fishing with Matt. Oh, my partner's always, like cooking with Matt or, building with Matt because it's always fucks and shits that come out of my mouth while I'm doing this. But I enjoyed doing this kind of stuff. I just sometimes get frustrated with myself with stuff like this. Okay, there we go. Alright, another cable. Let's see if I can... There we go. If if I can find the AV cable that I was using with this one, that'd be fantastic, but I hope I don't have to just borrow one from my other PlayStation. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. Oh, same here about while you're building things, you swear while you build things. Oh, my back. Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, made to last. That definitely. That checks out. Yeah. I'm really happy that I get to do a chat with people and not have to just do this by myself. Sometimes I am a people person and I enjoy having people around and talking to people. So when I have a whole day by myself, sometimes it's just a lot. Just it's nice. It's nice to have a day to myself, but sometimes it's like I'd rather have people around. Keep me busy, keep me a little company. As I drop everything. But these are GunCon 2s. These are a light gun by Namco that you can use with a couple of the light gun games. You have to use a CRT TV. That's why I'm using 2 old school CRTs. I don't have the Sinden light tracking guns or anything like that. What's really cool is, so this is the GunCon 2. This is the GunCon 1. It's a little bit lighter, and then you have extra buttons for more features. But the GunCon 1 looks more like the guns from the arcade with the part that slides back, but this doesn't have that, you know. But you have to make sure you plug this into the front USB, and then you run this through your video. So I have to remember how the hell to do that. If there was an extra cord I had to do that, I think that's what I have here. Oh, and there's my other PlayStation cable. I have it all, it's all tangled up. I have N64 wires and all sorts of shit. But what you need to do is you make sure that you have one cable of the video like this. You have the video cable, and then I run this through, and then I run the gun through to this. Because then the flashing on the screen registers with the gun. So that's one of the differences between the GunCon 2 is USB instead of PlayStation connector. Yeah, screw it. I'm going to wire in this one because I know some of my cabling has a bad buzz in the wire, and I think this one from the PlayStation 2 Slim, it's just, I don't know, I don't like the shielding on that wire. So I'm going to take that over there. Love a good party, but I hate people. Yes, and for me, and yes and no. I do love people. That's the hard thing. It's like I really care about people. I love people, but sometimes I don't know if people are too crazy or whatever. Then it's a little bit harder. What the fuck am I doing here? Okay, so this gun. Alright. I'm going to take this gun that has this end on it already. Alright, and then got another one. Got that other one without all the crazy shit plugged into it. Alright, so plug the end into this. Then this end is plugged into the video cable, where the system is going to plug this into the front USB 1. We're going to use a system link cable on this too. And you don't have to buy the expensive system link cable to make this work. You can, it's just a cheap Firewire cable. So you don't have to spend full price on the proper PlayStation 2 one. I think I've become more of a people person since graduating grade school, where I was shy to do college helped me expand. Yeah, definitely. When I was in grade school, I hated people. I thought everybody was against me and hated me and got bullied a lot, so it was hard for me to like people besides people that I grew up with. I didn't have friends in school, had friends out of school. My mom's friends had kids that were my age, so mainly hung out with them after school or on the weekends, and really struggled to find a good group of friends. Is there something I can wire this cabling up to so it doesn't look like shit? I guess this is just gonna go in here for now. This is just whatever, fuck it. That's fuck it, do it live. I'm a dork, so excuse my dorkiness. When it comes to wiring, I find soldering and desoldering and just doing general wiring helps with my PTSD. I can hear you about that. Soldering is very relaxing as long as you know what the hell you're doing. Then I think that helps a lot, and it's a relaxing thing, because then you just have that time by yourself to kind of not have your mind on things. I don't know what I would call. I've had some experiences growing up. I don't know if you would call that PTSD or what I would call that. It's like not really diagnosed, but you know, when you grow up and you go through a lot of hard shit, sometimes it's you know, things trigger you. So it's like, just keep your mind off of things that scare you and trigger you, and keep going from there, I guess. You know, keep growing and learning, and let's see. I'm gonna take the video cable, run the other cord through. So I got that down. Run the cables upward into the control panel. Run the cable over. If I can remember where the hell I put the. Alright. Cool. Gun cons are connected. PlayStations are connected. TVs are connected. It sucks when you burn yourself with the damn iron. I know it's hot, but you don't think. Yes, and especially when I was in college, they had us do surface mount things, so I had to use a magnifying glass that had like a fluorescent light in it to kind of look down and do some of that small soldering, so and use a smaller tip. So I don't have the luxury of smaller tips and stuff. So yeah, that I've burned myself soldering, and it's not fun. That is a not fun thing, especially when your fingers start to blister a little bit from that. Okay, so I got power strip. I don't have outlets on this side. I have everything runs up and over. There's a big vent right here. So everything runs upwards and over. So piece of crap power strip. Hopefully that's alright. Got prongs too, and this dangling cord. Usually the old cabinet I had here, the 60-in-1, I could just set it on top and then this cord would sit way the hell up here, but I'll figure that out later on. Just get everything wired in and working. I think I should replace this piece of shit power strip too, because these, I swear to God, these ends on this have shrunk, and yeah, I don't think that's safe. I'm pretty damn sure of it. I'm gonna have to get a screwdriver and pop this end off. If I can find a flathead. Excuse me a moment. Yeah, I can't find a fucking flathead. Let's see. So bring yourself. Are you using gloss black for where you painted the wood? Which wood are we talking? Around the bezel, or where exactly are you talking? Because around the bezel, I should have used a flat black just to cover up reflections more, but I think the gloss black looks nice. And then I used silver because the TV bezels are silver, so I just used a bit of black and silver to kind of mix in with it. Oh my god. Jesus, this fucking plug. Maybe that'll be fine, but I don't want to fry anything. Yeah, the bezel is it's a shiny black. I don't know if I used gloss or semi-gloss, but I know that the silver, I did a coat of silver and then put the black over top of it to give it, when you see it in person, it has this like sparkle to the sheen of it, which is really neat. It's just a very light effect of it, but it makes it sparkle a little bit. God damn it, I can't. There's a piece, what I'm trying to do is, like, there's a piece of the plug, I'm way the hell over here, so probably can't see it, but there's a piece of this power strip that just popped off right onto the plug, and it's supposed to sit inside this power strip. It's supposed to be like one of those guards that moves back and forth, but yeah, we'll power it on for a little bit and then probably not very long, just because this is such a piece of crap. Alright, 4 plugs. Alright, I got batteries in this remote. Yeah, I do. Okay, let's get this started. Oh, it would help if I had the power strip plugged in. Duh. I'm so smart. I took electronics classes. I'm so smart. Right. Oh my goodness. Right. Alright. On. Alright. I go to semi-gloss. I really do like how semi-gloss looks. Semi-gloss, semi-gloss, however the hell you say it. Alright. Alrighty. Let me go get the games so that I could boot this up. And I'll do the lighting and everything another day on this, but we're going to be running 2 copies of Time Crisis 2. This also works with Time Crisis 3. Time Crisis 1 is only a one-player game, so you don't need to do a system link. And shit, I forgot to do the system link portion, because right now you're going to get two separate screens that aren't linked to each other if you don't use the FireWire cable. So if I could find the FireWire. There it is. So I don't know which version of FireWire this is, but earlier the bigger PlayStation 2s, they have a few revisions, and you have to make sure that right next to the USB port that you have the female end for this. So you plug this in the front of one system to the front of your other system, and then you can have two separate screens to play your Lightgun game on, which is really, really neat. So I'm going to do that right now. Hopefully these work. Sometimes it doesn't work right away and you gotta reset the system and stuff like that, but run it under all this so it doesn't pull up the video cable. So we're in the front of the system, and then the notch that dips in goes towards the top. So there's your system link. This is before they did like the network kind of linking on this system. I don't know if this is before they had online features, but let me turn on the PlayStations in the back of them. Let's turn on the televisions. It hides so much. Oh, okay. I was like, what the heck? I was trying to read that. Video 1. Video 1. The way I have these bezels, it kind of covers up the sensors a little bit, but let's see. Shit. So it looks like the other PlayStation is giving me that damn issue again, where it doesn't want to boot up. And I just got to boot up on another television, and it was a CRT and everything. So let me see. I have the cables plugged into the back of the PlayStation. Alright. I think I'm going to turn that one off. Alright. So the right one can be synced. Shit, I do have the cables plugged into this other side, but this PlayStation likes to be a piece of shit. It stopped working on me during game night the other week. I just got working earlier today and played some Time Crisis on it. Now the fucker doesn't want to boot, so right. So we got it's doing that screen issue again. This is not going to be good. So I'm wondering if it's not going to work with this TV. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I can't get the other monitor to come on. This PlayStation is very, very picky. But stand back here. The monitor's still lower than where I want it to be. I put this up on a pallet. I lifted this whole thing myself. So, alright, good enough.
At Neodyne Industries, we have successfully completed
It's
a
loud.
global network consisting of 64 satellites. The project is named Starlight.
Yeah, I can't get that other PlayStation working again. This is ridiculous. But at least I have the two things together now. So there's Time Crisis 2, and I wish I could figure out where the hell to put this. Maybe over here. Sorry about all the positioning this shit. Yeah, it's not the best angle, but you'll get to see me play this a little bit. So, let's see. So, alright, looks like the light gun is. Alright. Oh, I gotta stand way the hell back here. I should have put this game over in the corner. This is not gonna work, is it? Alright, I need to. Get this medium difficulty menu. Options. Screen. Adjust brightness. Okay, I think the brightness is everything. Have them dialed in the way I wanted. Okay, don't need that. So I'm trying to get this all. Alright, let's try this out. The aim seems a little bit off, but. So over on the main, when you go into arcade, there's supposed to be a system link. So if you go to link right there, you should be able to. Jesus, I'm sorry, the screen's all blowing out. So it's like really bright on your guys' side. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Wiggling the wires on the back of the monitor in the PlayStation. I think the system ended up overheating one time, and now the graphics have been fucked up on that one. But there's this code that you have to put into, or that you can try. But let's see if we can get capture of this. This sucks. I moved this whole thing into place, and then the other PlayStation likes to crap out.
It's me, Christy. I found some data about the satellite network. Haven't the agents left yet?
Keith and Robert are on their way. No one can beat them.
Keith and Robert?
Well, it appears we have a guest. But we've caught you just in time. A leak like this would have been
Look inside to see if I have cold solder joints. That is a good idea. I haven't taken apart this PlayStation in a while.
Conquer the world.
So,
Action.
alright, seems to be working alright. Okay, so pause it, and then see. Hold the trigger and pause button, then go back to the start. But so that's Time Crisis 2. And here is the marquee that I have for it. So this is made by Joe Sabo. I had him build a custom one, so this size is all custom sized to be big enough for this cabinet. So I love his work. I want to get more of his marquees and stuff, but they're really expensive. But yeah, I really like this one. This is his custom one he made. Let's see.
There's some
Thanks. Alright, so I'm gonna probably get to bed for the night, but thank you guys for watching, and I have to figure out what the heck is going on with this PlayStation. I'll definitely take it apart and see if anything looks crispy on the inside, but I'm gonna try that trick to see if I can get the image back on it again. But I'll keep everybody updated. I'll probably do a follow-up video on this.
They'll be
But
here soon.
everybody have a great night.